cool. Those were all rainbow trout. I caught 9 in one day. The smallest one was 16 inches long, and the shortest one was 16 inches long, and the longest one was 23 inches long when I was a kid, back when I was a teenager. Oh, what a day, man. That's not what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk instead about this sink drain. I'm going to set you up right here. And I have never worked on this sink drain before. Listen to this. There. Did you hear it? It went. That's because yeah, that's because it's getting clogged up with hair, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I'm going to show you what I do to clean that. I'm not gonna. Some people go underneath the cabinet here, and then you've got to take the P-trap apart. You got to take this P-trap apart, get a bucket so that the water doesn't come down on you, and then take this out. And sometimes people will take the pop-up valve out, which means you have to disconnect that, pull that back, and then get back down under there, put it all back together. And sometimes, depending how old your trap is, maybe it leaks, or you can't get the nut off because it's all rusty. You're like, how else can I do that? Well, this is what I'm going to use to fix it. Kaboom. This little thing right here. Unclog your sink, shower, and bathtub drains in seconds. And believe it or not, I undid a drain clog in my mom's bathtub drain, and it actually did work in there, and I was kind of curious if it was going to, and son of a gun, it did. And this is called a Zip-It, and it's just this long plastic thing. You can buy these. See there? It's got all those teeth on it. Very thin. It's got this little area to pull on, and you can push this down in the drain. I've never worked on this drain before, and sometimes I'll unscrew the top of the pop-up, and sometimes it unscrews regular to the left. Other times it's reverse threads to go to the right, and other times, even other times, okay, there are no threads on the top, and it's a one-piece deal. So you go and try to unscrew it, and maybe you rip the plastic right off, and now you've got to get another pop-up valve. Okay, so now this is up high enough to where I can push this underneath. Okay, and like I say, I've not ever done anything in this drain before. We're going to see what I can get out of here. I see some here. I just keep doing that on both sides. That handle, you can just kind of pull up on it. I'm not getting too much out of here just yet. I was thinking I was going to pull up a whole hairball, because lots of times that's what happens. The hair gets caught. And this is my sink, but I don't have hair like this. We just moved in here, fairly recent, and so the last person who lived here, this is their hair. Yucky. Yeah. I might have to See, I would think. I'm getting it stuck here. Here comes some more. See, but there should be more than that in here. Other times, you've got to get this out. You know, unscrew the top of that, because it still feels like there's a lot in there. Okay. And I really was hesitating about taking that top off. You see, if I take the top off, I can get down in there better. There's a little bit, and it could be just that little bit, because see, the drain was still draining properly, except I could kind of tell that something was in there. Yeah. Rinse my hands off a little bit here. I'm wondering if I should go the extra mile and go get my pliers and try to unscrew this top, because I can still tell, it feels like I'm still getting some hair in there that's not wanting to come out. Maybe not. It might just be that little bit, because once it just has to pack down there just right for it to start causing your drain to back up, the water to back up, and it might be okay now. I think it's okay now. I thought there was more in there, but apparently there's not. And to do 100% better job, you could take the top off and unscrew it, like I said. And then if this didn't unscrew, you'd have to get in there from underneath and undo it that way. And if you want to see, shall I try to unscrew this? I'm going to try to unscrew this and show you how that works. And I'll try to be careful not to break it. Be right back with my pliers. Incidentally, this Zip-It, Z-I-P-I-T, see? Zip-It. You can buy this at most hardware stores for less than $3. I've gotten these for less than $2. Now they cost a little bit more than that. But I think you can splurge for $3, don't you think? Here's my pliers. And that, you can push it like that to make them bigger, see? Or you can, that's called a slip adjustable wrench. Okay, so I don't know which. Yeah, see, the small one's not enough. And have I tried to do this on this particular sink before? No. Okay, so the other ones that I used to do in Hawaii, I would have to go reverse thread. So that's like tightening this. Okay, so I'm gonna grab onto it and turn it that way, and it does not seem like it's going. So I just use this as a little carrying case. All I did was cut the tip off, and then I can use this and just store it like that in the garage up on a shelf or whatever. The Zip-It, you got to get one of those. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.